Indeed, we are dancers in the light. I celebrate and dance with and as the sheer abundance of life. That was our affirmation for today. I celebrate and dance with and as the sheer abundance of life. This month, we've explored how rising up in our abundance consciousness blesses our lives and the lives of those around us. First, with Reverend Rainbow, life is sweet, let it rise. And then Reverend Jean talked about open mindedness. And last week, Rudy shared the parable of the loaves and fishes. This whole month has been about expanding our consciousness so we can look around and notice the abundance of nature, loaves and fishes, everything that we need. But how often do we look within and witness the magnitude of abundance that is present? We are dancers in the light. So, this dancer of light that is us, we get to decide what we want to celebrate. So, we can look around and say, well, I'm going to celebrate that or that or that. But what happens when we decide to celebrate ourselves? What happens when we say we are abundant and that we are our own abundance? Because as we raise our abundance consciousness, we rest in the knowing of that abundance is within us. And this is just a peaceful place, a place of satisfaction. That abundance is already within us. And when we realize and acknowledge the good that we have, and that is who we are, then we just can't stop dancing. So let us celebrate abundance with, well, how about an abundance? Think about it. Like, who doesn't like a fresh, hot bun? Gluten-free, butter, dairy-free, however you want it. Or think about a recent potluck you've attended or a potluck you're going to attend soon. People coming together to share their abundance where everyone is welcome. A man called his friend to remind him about a church potluck tomorrow. He said, okay, my wife and I will bring the cheese, and you and your wife need to bring the bread. And his friend, who's kind of an anxious mess, said, oh man, that's a lot to remember. I'm kind of freaking out. I don't know how I'm going to keep all of this information straight. And he said, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. He said, take it easy, man. Just remember, cheese us, loaves you. So, oh, do you know what the Irish always call the guy who brings flan to the potluck? Sean O'Flanagan. So we celebrate this idea of sharing. We celebrate knowing there's no limitation in God. Life is divine potluck. You bring something to the table, and what you bring is magnificent. Science of Mind reminds us of the prolific nature of life itself. The fullness of life is right where we are, and it's who we are. And sometimes we forget to take notice of the abundance that is within us and all the world around us. Author and playwright Jerome Lawrence penned the words, life is a banquet, and most poor suckers are starving to death. This was in the irresistible play Ante-Mame. So when we pay attention to the beauty and grandeur of life, when we go to the banquet expecting our plates to be filled, expecting that joyous love that comes to us from this divine banquet, then we rejoice. We just celebrate, discover the secret of life within each of us. This is a divine creativeness. This is what Ernest Holmes said. So when these are our predominant thoughts and feelings, the law brings us more of it. What we focus on, we get more of. We've heard this over and over again. Once an old man and a young man were sitting on a shore of a wild and stormy river. Master, the student asked, why does time flow straight, but always ripples, either slowing down to a complete stop or racing like a cow with a thistle under her tail? And the teacher looked at the seething water and answered, you see, there are a few large stones in the river and a lot of small pebbles. Imagine that river is your life. If you only rejoice over big occasions, like your wedding or your new baby, or the prosperity of your business, then you will cross your life in a few jumps, like jumping from one stone to another. But if you dance with the pebbles, Taking joy in small things like this beautiful sunny day, the beauty of autumn forest, a good conversation, then looking back at your life, you won't see only the big stones. You'll see the countless joys of your own steps. Your life is many moments strewn together like a garland. Live one moment at a time in love, truth, and gratitude, and your life will become a never ending festival. So, have you looked within? Have you ever looked at nature? Maybe looked at a flower deeply, allowing yourself to be curious about the petals and details and just get lost in that moment? Or have you ever looked at the night sky, maybe out in West Texas, and it's abundant? This is the abundance of life. These phenomenal patterns, remarkable depths, and unimaginable nuances are everywhere. Science of mind teaches us that this abundance is eternal. St. Augustine said, people travel too far to wonder at the height and beauty of the mountains, at the huge waves of sea, at the long courses of rivers, at the circular motion of the stars, and they pass by themselves without wondering. So maybe it's time for us to take off our blinders and truly look at the world around us with inquisitive and fascination, looking for the details, looking for those little pebbles that we can rejoice in. So, as well as really realizing that since life is infinite and eternal, if we can witness these miracles, then there is boundless more that we cannot. And since this is true for nature, it's also true for who we are. The abundance of life is not outside of ourselves. We are one. We are one energy in these human forms. And as such, our individualized abundance is equal in measure to life itself. This is a cause for wonder, gratitude, and celebration. And let's celebrate it. And so sometimes I wonder, it's like, well, how can I celebrate this when, oh, this other thing is going on over here or something else is happening? And then I remember, okay, I need to shift my attitude. I was listening to the radio this morning and they talked about the idea that even if the smile muscles are activated by electrodes, still the people felt better, even if it wasn't them initiating the smile. And I thought about this, I thought, wow, so even if I smile, even if I don't feel like it, I'm going to feel better. So when we were studying recently the book, The Art of Uncertainty, Dennis Merritt Jones was telling us about this. He said the slightest shift in one's attitude can alter the entire course of one's life in significant ways. He used the example of when going to the moon, small adjustments need to be made along the way in order to actually get there. They can't just set their course in one direction and go. As they get closer, they need to make adjustments. So attitude is a constant companion in every moment of every day. But most of the time, we don't even know what our attitude is. And so in his book, Dennis Merritt Jones asked, what type of mystic are you? Are you a pessimistic who tends to see the glass half empty, or an optimistic who sees it half full? See, the universal law of attraction assures that you're predicting your own future based on where you're putting your attention. So perspective matters. And this attitude of gratitude automatically brings with it a shift in consciousness. And that shift in consciousness says, I am open to receiving. I know that I'm already abundant. And so this is cause for celebration. Let us dance in this celebration. Ernest Holmes tells us there is laughter of God. Let's laugh it. There is a song of the universe. Let's sing it. There is a hymn of praise. Let's praise it. There's a joy, a beauty. There's a deep, abiding peace. Let's experience it. And religious science is not the only one who says that we should celebrate and dance. In Hinduism, Krishna is one of the most popular of all Indian divinities. He's an incarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu. He is known as the only dancing god in the world of religions. So we see Krishna as eternal lover, a musician, and a dancer, one who dances in sheer ecstasy of divine union. Krishna is telling us in order to be godly, we don't have to be serious. We have to learn to accept life as is and take life as a moment to moment celebration. And what better expression can one show than dance and music when our heart is filled with an ecstasy of unity consciousness? This is from Jawant Swarup, founder of the Happiness Wellness. So if Krishna can dance, and if all those little pebbles, we can celebrate them, then why not? Why not celebrate? Why not put that smile on, whether or not it feels real to you at the moment? It will feel real to you. Martha Graham tells us dance is the hidden language of the soul. So dancing is inspired. Like if we were together in this moment, we would be dancing. And in dancing, we feel the energy of the music and our bodies are drawn to move accordingly. And this is a true celebration. Gratitude and celebration, these are closely connected. And so it's appropriate at this Thanksgiving time that we think about that we celebrate. We celebrate not only with friends and family and a table full of food, but we celebrate with dancing and love and just this feeling of gratitude. When there's a truly feel, authentically feel gratitude, then there's a little party going on inside of us, don't you think? Abraham Joshua Herschel said, celebration gives attention to the meaning of our actions. Celebration gives attention to the meaning of our actions. We get to celebrate each of those pebbles along the way so that when we get to our end of our life, we have lots of celebrations to remember, lots of things that have happened, not just the main pieces. See, when we're inspired by life and the lives that we get to live, there's a transformation that occurs. And we start looking for reasons to celebrate instead of reasons to be stressed and worried. Those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. Friedrich Nietzsche. So wake up in the morning. It's Wednesday. It's a cause to celebrate. We have electricity, a cause to celebrate. Let's sing. Oh, you woke up this morning. Dance party in the kitchen. Thomas Merton says, at any rate, the divine plays in the garden of his creation. And if we could let go of our own obsession with what we think is the meaning of it all, we might be able to hear this call and follow this mysterious cosmic dance. We don't have to go very far to catch echoes of that dancing. When we are alone on a starlit night, when we see the migrating birds in autumn descending on a grove of junipers, when we see children in a moment, they're really children, or when we know love in our own hearts. At such times, the awakening, the turning inside out of values, the newness, the purity of vision that make themselves evident, provide a glimpse of the cosmic dance. And this sense of wonder leads directly to gratitude. Roy Bennett tells us gratitude builds a bridge to abundance. I don't know about you, but if gratitude builds a bridge to abundance, and I'm looking for abundance, I know that I'm abundant, then I need to practice gratitude. And I know a lot of us have gratitude journals and we think about that. You know, we went to a show the other day, a lot of dancing, a lot of acrobatics. And I was thinking, you know, those people must practice all the time. They are able to bend in ways and be flexible in ways that I can't even imagine. And they have the strength. And that means they had to practice, they had to work at it. And so I thought, what do I practice? So I want to bring a practice in right now into our morning. So I want to do a practice of gratitude. And this is a guided meditation. It's by Reverend Susan Frederick Gray. And so I just invite you, if you're willing, to join into this meditation and reflection and just into this practice of gratitude. So let's just go into it now and just get comfortable in your body. Find a comfortable position. Just relax. Whatever's most comfortable, whatever allows you to not think about your body, but come into a realization of oneness. And let's just do that by starting with a few relaxing breaths. And just appreciating that exhale, letting go, and just breathing in and out. And feel free to close your eyes if that's comfortable, or if you'd like, leave them open if there's something you need to pay attention to. And just breathe in a way that feels comfortable, relaxing, aware of that breath, and relaxing into it. And for a moment, let's just pay attention to the body. If there has to be a place of tension or pain, just imagine breathing into that part of the body. Breathe into it now. And just imagine the breath expanding. Expand into the area of tension or pain. And then breathe out through that pain or tightness and feel the muscles relax with the out breath. And again, breathing in, expand your attention. Any other area where there may be tension, discomfort, maybe you didn't even notice it before. But in this moment, it's calling to you. So breathe into it. And then exhale, letting go of that tension. And feel yourself relaxing just a little more. And one more time, breathing into the tension. And breathing out, relaxing even more. And now I invite you to bring your attention to your heart, that heart space, your chest, gentle breaths. Breathing in that feels natural and relaxing. And be aware of anything you're feeling. If you're feeling joy, calm, peace, or even if you're feeling sadness or grief or anxiousness, just be aware of that. And breathe with that feeling. Offer yourself some compassion for whatever may be present with you now. And in this oneness, in this feeling nature, continue to breathe and ask yourself if there's anything or anyone you're feeling grateful for. Ask yourself in your heart, what or who are you grateful for? Is there anyone who's caring for you, showing you care, inspiring you, comforting you? Is there anyone who you love, who you're grateful for? And hold that person, those people in your consciousness. Visualize them. Hold them in that gratitude. Surround them with gratitude that you feel for them. And breathe in that feeling of gratitude. And breathe out that gratitude for those loved ones. I invite you to take a few more breaths. And as you do so, I invite you to think about anything about this day, anything that's happened, anything you're looking forward to. Just be present to that. Take it in. Hold in your attention anything you're grateful for from this day, anything that you're grateful to be looking forward to in this day, anything that's present for you right now. And in this moment, I'm giving thanks for this beautiful day, this beautiful fall weather that we've had. Holding that gratitude and attention in your heart, in your mind, breathing in and breathing out gently. A few more breaths. And imagine now opening your heart space wide. Is there anything else you're grateful for? Your friends, your community, connections, anything that you feel appreciative and grateful for right now. And open your heart even wider. Bring in that feeling of gratitude for other things in your life and hold those in your intention. Breathing in that feeling of gratitude. Hold in your imagination, in your mind's eye, those people, those things, those connections. And just breathe in that gratitude. And it's okay if some of our relationships are mixed with other emotions besides gratitude. Just be present to that. Breathe it in. And as you continue to breathe, take a moment to hold in your attention all of the connections, all of the relationships, all the gifts you're grateful for. And breathe in the gratitude and breathe out gratitude. And as you're ready, just continue to breathe gently and bring your attention back to this time, to your body, to this gathering. And if you'd like to share, please put a word of gratitude in the chat, something that you're grateful for. Just put it in the chat and we'll see it. So, this whole year's theme is about rising up out of the stagnation of our old beliefs and our old ways of doing things. Vivian Green, a British writer, says life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Pam Grout is an author that wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. Some of you may remember a different book, Think and Grow Rich, but her book is Think and Grow Rich. She said the problem's never been reluctance on the part of the universe. The problem is our inability to see the beautiful, loving truth that continually offers. So she has an exercise for us. She said, before you get out of bed in the morning, announce to yourself, something amazingly awesome is going to happen. Say that with me. Something amazingly awesome is going to happen. Wow. Something amazingly awesome is going to happen. And then look around with awe and wonder and with a bit of curiosity as you come to believe in blessings and miracles. And let these new experiences surprise and delight you. That's in her book, Thank and Grow Rich. See, there's endless good everywhere, and we deserve to relish in its glory. We celebrate. Oprah Winfrey says every day brings a chance for you to draw in a breath, kick off your shoes, and dance. So let's do that. Let's kick off our shoes and dance. See, these teachings remind us what we focus on, we get more of. So by starting to recognize the abundance of the world around us, we begin little by little to feel more abundant. And the depth and power that wonder brings opens us up to being in awe of life itself. It gives the world a magical quality. And with this practice, we begin to watch ourselves and watch our lives come together in ways that we realize are true demonstrations. And so with these tools of gratitude and celebration, it changed the way we interact with the world and with each other. We certainly have a universe of opportunities to celebrate and be grateful. And yeah, life still happens. We look at these moments as evidence of the pain and suffering life, or without denying that that's a yucky situation, we can still find the good. We can celebrate the pebbles in our lives. And we can be optimistic. Focusing on what we're grateful for creates space in our minds and allows the answers and solutions to reveal themselves. This is the fullness of life, and the proof of it, and our abundance is always available to us when we look for it. Let us rise up and dance. And let it be. And I declare, and so it is.